This may have been the worst weekend of my entire life. I thought that when my best friend died, like nothing would ever top that. Like nothing would bring me back into like the darkest room of depression, but I was totally wrong. I could sit here and tell you exactly what happened, but I feel like the more I talk about the specifics, the worse it gets. When I mean the darkest room of depression, I simply mean that I believe that depression is like entering rooms without windows, right? And you keep entering room after room, and you keep going deeper, deeper into these rooms, and the only light is from where you entered, and slowly, slowly becomes pitch black. And when you're in the darkest room, however, there's this golden bright noose, that provokes you to go near it because it's the only light that you've seen in what seems like forever, but it's a cheap parlor trick. And I'll never kill myself. That's just not who I am. Trust me, if you see me dead with a suicide note, I was murdered, I promise, but I was sharing a room with the idea. And again, while I'll never do it myself, I understood that much more why people do take that step. I don't want to send anyone witch hunting anybody, so allow me to express kind of what happened and how I feel through analogy. If you've been keeping up with my Twitter, there's a lot of tweets earlier on this weekend that kind of explained a little bit about what was going on, but this is the best I got for how I feel right now. Imagine for a second that like up until a few days ago, I believed that Santa was real. And like not only that, but I was finally going to meet him. I just had to wait in a specific spot at a specific time. So I waited. I was early and I waited. And he was late. And I waited and waited. And I waited. And 7 hours later, like the slow, creeping, daunting realization that nobody was coming loomed, and I asked anybody if they'd seen him, and not only did they tell me that he wasn't coming, but that he doesn't exist. And also, I'm really just stupid for believing in him. Obviously, this was just an analogy. Santa in this case is kind of like what I thought my friends were, or what friendship should be. See, growing up, I thought that I would stay closeted, and I thought that I would never be good enough for anyone anyway. I had low self-esteem, right? So all I could really do was just rely on my friends. Through my parents' divorce, my mom did everything she could to make it seem like nothing was wrong. Like she would buy me anything to keep me distracted. That's how I was raised. When someone is feeling down or upset, you do anything that you can to make them feel better. Even if it's hard for you to do, you have to try. But obviously my mom is far wiser than me because I put myself in tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt to buy my friends expensive gifts, trips, food, everything, because I know that their lives aren't where they want it to be right now, but I feel like if I could help them live with some finer aspects and try to have them grow without them thinking that money is some issue, like maybe it'll help. I don't really know if it did. This weekend I learned that I can and would give my world and everything for my friends, but it's possible that I care too much, and that's not actually real. Like people don't actually do that. Sorry. Let's get some water real quick. I guess I kind of find out that like maybe friendship can only go so far, and the distance at which I was taking friendship was completely unrealistic, Like maybe expecting to be wanted to the point where somebody would have to like go out of their way to like try to get you. I know that as petty as that sounds, like that could just not be normal for everybody. Like maybe I'm not worth the effort, or maybe like if they're not your significant other, you know what I mean? Like they're not like family to you. I don't know. They're not worth the effort. And maybe I should have just waited 7 more hours for Santa to show up while I was alone in my room with 5 bottles of alcohol on vacation with what I thought ultimately was my family. I know I probably sound bitter and salty, but it's genuinely not their fault. I'm not mad at them. I'm disappointed in myself. And I've never known disappointment to be this crippling. I feel like I set them up for failure in this moment because they aren't me. They may think completely different things about our relationship, about friends in general, and just because I feel a certain way doesn't mean that I should expect them to because, they're not me. But my definition of friend, of Santa, is now completely null and void, and I'm scared because what else have I done wrong? Like what else is wrong in my head that isn't actually a thing, I mean, how many times has this kind of video been made? How many times have you guys seen these tweets? How many times do I do this? And I feel like nobody else does this. Like, so what does that mean? Like, do you guys think that I enjoy making these videos or those tweets? Like, I really don't. I don't like annoying you guys, and I know it's annoying, and I'm not just saying that, you know, I'm genuine. I get it. I know it annoys you. I see the tweets. I see the feedback. I know you guys just want the entertainment, and that's fair. That's totally okay. That's what I'm here for. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. I just want to have a problem-free month, you know, like upload content, tweet about funny shit, stay out of drama, and just create content. And I'm disappointed that I can't be secure with myself for that to happen. That same insecurity literally took away one of the only dudes that I've ever been into that's been like a real fucking person. Like crazy smart, hardworking, attractive. He has a fucking car in his own apartment. Like I come from gamers, you know, like I don't know that many niggas with a job, let alone an apartment and a nice car. I know it might be premature to say, but from so far from how much we did know each other, he seemed like a pretty fucking awesome keeper to me, and my dumbass couldn't stop wondering why a knockout like him would date Fat Albert, you know. But I just make jokes, but I mean, they're real to me. Sometimes I'd like to go walking around the city, whatever city I'm in, it doesn't really matter. At 3 a.m., he told me that he wanted to come with me, so okay, we go. And I found it kind of weird. I thought he would be really sleepy, but okay, we just walked around and we came back. Then I found out later that the only reason he did go with me is because he was really afraid that something would happen to me. He actually went to protect me. The nigga was tired as fuck, but he went to make sure that I'd... But after the 50th insecure cringe joke or comment, I'm sure it was off-putting enough for him to just hang it up, and I don't blame him. I'm disappointed that I can't be better, faster, but I know I can be great. When I tweet these cringy things like I love you guys, or I want to get better, or I feel like my channel's numbers are falling or whatever, it's because it's real. It's actually real. Like, please, if there's anything that you take from me ever, just know that it's not a trick. I'm not lying. I'm not like the pretty white girl that says, oh, she's ugly and gets likes. No, I'm some dude that wasn't taught in school how to have an audience and how to not be a fucking dead channel, okay? We just didn't learn that. We didn't have 5th period YouTube lessons. No, that didn't happen. You want to see something kind of crazy? My channel's never actually blown up. It's always been a steady increase. Everybody else has gotten like at least 100,000 subs per month, like at least for 1 month. Mine never has. It's been a steady increase. It's never just spiked, you know? And I'm talking relative to people of my size. And I don't know if that means that I'm not good enough for an explosion, or I'm just not starting enough shit with other people in this YouTube space. Okay, look, please don't worry. Look, nothing is gonna happen. I'm not shutting down my channel. I'm not doing anything to harm myself. I am 100% A-okay physically. I'm good. I just need to take a little break from my mental. But video production doesn't stop. I'm not stopping, because I'm happiest when I'm making content, when I execute a video, when I tell a good joke. That's when I'm happy. So I'm not gonna stop. My social media might be limited, and, you know, I might not be as happy on social media just for a small while. But I'm just going to be posting videos. I'm not going to ask for retweets. I'm just going to post on the dot, head down, working, showing up to work every day, doing what I came here to do. And to do what I love, which is entertaining you. The last thing I'll say, though, is remember when your parents would just say, you know, I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed? And it would just make you feel absolutely awful. I think I found something worse. Realizing that I could point fingers at everybody else, but if I fail, or I fall, or I use up all my extra lives and my channel starts declining because I didn't figure it the fuck out fast enough, or another dude comes along and he's also great, and I just... Realizing that most every bad thing that happens can come down to me. I'm in control of what I do. I can make it great, or I can ruin it. And if I lose any of you out there, I won't be mad. I can't be mad. I'll be disappointed in myself. And I would give anything right now to just not be that. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.